All right, g'day, hi, and welcome. All right, spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch. Check. Awake-ish. It smells like gas in here. Oh. Maybe that's why I'm getting all drowsy. I have a plan. Holy, windy and chilly. Missy, don't you be bad. Cat, she looks like she's about to do something bad. It's not like I don't already have like gas and everything spilt all over the truck, but you know, I do try to attempt to keep it at a minimum. Especially at current gas prices. All right, here we go. Clean my windshield. It is cool today. Dust on the windshield. Dust on me. All right, a little after 9. Why? Because it's Saturday and I'm feeling lazy. I gotta go cut my buddy Paul. I gotta go cut his mom's grass today. I think I have everything I need. And yeah. So I got some interesting news for this video. My last video, I'm gonna keep going on that, you know, how to suck at being in a band. Okay, so my last video, I finished up by talking about hiring band members. Now this video is going to get really interesting really quick because of what happened last night to me, this guy. Yeah, I don't know if you can see me unless you're looking in the mirror. You can't see me, but if you were to look in the mirror, you'd see me, and if you'd see me, you'd say, yeah, it was this guy. So anyway, here's what happens. Exhibit A. I was talking about band stuff in the last video, which was a couple of days ago, just because I haven't had a chance to, make a video since then. Just too busy, and oh, that deck's coming along nice. Did lots of digging yesterday, lots of garden beds. I was a botanist yesterday, pulling out weeds and flowers. Got a nice big flower bed that I got like the little old lady right here that I work for. Well, she's one of my clients. I don't really work for her, but it's I do work for her. She has clients, and she's getting to it. She's 75 years old, so she doesn't have the she makes flowers and everything, right? She doesn't have the abilities to you know, stretch and bend and, you know, heel over. It looks like Paul's car. It's not though. You can tell by the rims. Paul's rims aren't that nice. Anyway, I was pulling out like weeds out of this big flower bed, so it's gonna be interesting when I see it fully bloomed. I drive by this place once a week. It's the first time I've stopped in there, so I was doing that. So today I'm very soggy, we'll just say, very soggy. But I got all the tools I need. It's going to be mainly a grass cutting and whipper snipping day, so not too hard. Maybe a couple of tree branches got to take down. I really got to get my chainsaw, I really do. Everybody's like, Reg, get your chainsaw. When you get your chainsaw, let me know. Yeah. All your chainsaws are broken, are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. If I own it, trust me, it's breaking or about to break or broken. Yeah. Oh yeah, pedal on the right. Yeah. When I'm all groggy in the morning like that, it's like I could just ease my way. I Sunday drive in the morning, like, you know, like I eco drive, I Sunday drive. All these other guys, I get out of my way, I gotta get to work. I have to have, like, I've already had 12 cups of coffee before 6 a.m. or whatever. In this case, 9 a.m. What do they got going on there? Oh, that's what you call beer garden prevention. But anyway, yeah. So me, I'm just like, okay, when I get up to the speed limit, I get up to the speed limit. It's already been like 3 kilometers. I'm just a little under the speed limit. So yeah, that's the kind of pace of life I like going to. Just like, I'll get there when I get there, you know. So anyway, yeah. So I was talking about what happens if you have to hire band members, right? Exhibit A. You got a band. and you've got great ideas, and we talked about equipment, talked about, I was mentioning Frederico from Frozen Crown and all his good advice, and listened to part 2 of Nuno's Guitar World interview last night. Nuno always says some like interesting stuff. Like, he's a strange guy in the sense, like, you can tell he's temperamental. Like, he'd probably be a very specific person. I guess the nice way to put it is he'd be very specific to work with, meaning his way. Don't like he says, like, don't bug me when I'm recording and stuff like that. And some musicians are very big ego like that, right? But he seems like a nice guy, but he also seems like a very down to earth guy. It's just he's got like things that he's got like particularness, you know what I mean? Like, it's like kind of like Yngwie, where Yngwie would be cool to work with, but you do it his way and that's it. There's no if you do it my way or you're out of the band, you know what I mean? Like, you hear the horror stories of people working with Yngwie, right? But that's why Yngwie gets what he gets, you know what I mean? That's why Nuno gets what he gets, so I can respect that. Like, now if you're working for that band, hired onto that band, you're gonna do what they tell you to do, you know what I mean? Like, because that's the job. And a lot of people don't realize this, but when you look at most of these giant, like your Taylor Swifts and your stuff, I use her for an example just because she's a good example to use of this type of hire the band for the road type of thing. Even Megadeth, like the band members in Megadeth, like Dave Mustaine owns Megadeth. Taylor Swift is her own brand, right? I know, 2 completely different styles of music. Have you ever noticed how, like, Taylor Swift has like 100 songs about guys leaving her, but not one song of her buying a guitar for a guy or making him a sandwich or something? Coincidence? I think not. Anyway. I saw that meme and it kills me every time I see it. It's like, it's so funny. It's funny because it could be true, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like, all she has to do is make one good sandwich and she'll never have a heartbreak song again. But anyway, all kidding aside, but like, these people, they go on tour. Like, a lot of times they don't even meet the band until they go on stage. Like Dave Mustaine would be different, but he actually works with the guys, right? But it's like, they don't go on, they like a lot of like, whether it's like your Miley Cyruses and stuff like that, you might not like these people, you might like these people, whatever. That's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is that their band is hired, they're given almost like a script of how the show goes. They might do 1 or 2 rehearsals, but when they show up, they bring their A game. You know what I mean? Like, the music is written out, so there's no excuse for them not to have the, like, there's nobody sitting there going, okay, well, here, I'm going to do this and you do this. It's like, no, the music has been written. Here's the music, learn it. Play it perfectly or else, So there is, like, auditions and stuff like that. But if you are the person that has to hire somebody, okay, which we'll talk about last night's incident for me, which is pretty interesting, and the timing of it, too. I'm gonna be doing that today. The thing is that some people, you're going to get hired into a band and you're going to maybe make a salary, or you're going to be you're going to be paid or whatever by the gig, or maybe you get paid by the show, whatever. Well, paid by the gig, paid by the show, or you get paid by, I guess the speed limit's not fast enough for him. He's not even really passing me fast, so he's just kind of like gradually passing me. So, dude, you're doing what I'm doing. You're not in a hurry either. But anyway, it's like, you might also, just, be a part of like 1 or 2 shows or something like that. Like, hey, we're going to do this gig. It's a specialty gig. Do you want to do it? And you might do that too. And, it could be different. But if you're the one that has to do the hiring, as the saying goes in any industry, is you pay peanuts, you get monkeys, right? So if you want professional musicians, you're probably going to have to pay for them. So let's say you just want them as studio musicians. So it's like, let's say you can record 95% of your album yourself, but you can't do the drums justice. Like a guy like me, I can play drums, but if I want to play metal, you know, like modern symphonic style metal, I can't machine gun on the drums. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to, like, not that I don't know how to do it. It's like I don't have the practice, the ability to do that, right? So I'd have to hire a really good drummer, or have, you know, somebody program really good drums for me. Just because I can't do that, right? But if I could, that's what I would be doing. So anyway, we'll go to part 2.